Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, we are going to talk about overthinking every single post. And I have this super great example for you, meaning this new software that I'm using to create my live streams. And, it's kind of funny to have this intro. It's kind of funny to have these side effects, these, little gadgets like, you know, you can hear that. But this is actually something that works really well in showing you guys that even if something is messy, you can still work with it and you can still make something happen. So if you are brand new to me, you probably don't know yet that I love to talk deeper. I love to pick up online entrepreneurs where they are before they are successful, before they made their $500 or $1,000 of income, right? Because there are so many of us that have this vision, that they understand that this is a good solution, but they cannot, for whatever reason, make it happen just yet. And maybe it's not that they don't have the skills. Maybe it's that they may have some personal situations going on, time management, that they're overthinking, that they're perfectionists, that they have an inner self-talk that is keeping them from doing the things that they need to do. And that is who I am. That is who I want to help walking it free, so that you can actually create the $500 to $1,000 or more that you need to have to fulfill your dream. Okay, so overthinking every post is one of the big problems that so many beginners have, and I want to talk about this. I want to talk about how to heal that mindset issue, right? Because what happens when we overthink every single post? What happens? We are actually not making a post, because in our brain, we think, if I post this, someone else is going to say something about it or think something about it, or I look like an idiot because I don't know what I'm talking about, or, it's permanent, or whatever self-talk is happening, right? We have a bunch of thoughts that are running in our brain subconsciously, and we are not aware of them. And that is where fear really will take hold of you, and you're not going to do it. Yesterday, I talked about the fear of being seen. So if you haven't caught that, make sure you go back there and watch this video as well. But when we overthink the post, we have different meanings that we attach to it. So for example, if you want to make a post about your product, you may have a thought, I don't know enough about this product, so therefore I am not going to be able to say anything, because you have an expectation that you are needing to be the expert, okay? Often that is the case. We are thinking that we are having to be an expert or someone that is already, like, you fill in the blanks, because you are the one that has these thoughts. So you're having a thought about, meaning thought, meaning an expectation about what it is that you're supposed to be doing. What exactly is your expectation on yourself? That is very important that you find that out, because when you figure out what your expectation is, that's when you can say to yourself, is it true or is it not true? Should I know this or should I not know this? If I should know this, how can I get that information? And if I shouldn't know that, who should know that? Or what could I do to solve that problem? Okay. It is really important that you are understanding it, because so often we are being told, just post this, and then you just find yourself not doing it. But no one ever really helps you figure out why you're not doing it. Okay. And that's what I'm here for. Okay. I am here to help you figure out exactly why you are not doing that. And I'm telling you, you have a thought about this post, about this product, about this thing that you're supposed to do. And that thought is probably likely to having something to do with an expectation. It's the expectation maybe that you need to be perfect, that you shouldn't be speaking before you know, that you should be keeping to yourself, or whatever it is. It's so unique to every single one of us, but it's really important because clarity comes from an expression, not control. So we can't be clear about something that we're not aware of. So we need to be really clear about what it is that we are thinking. Once we know what we're thinking, we can then identify how we're feeling about this. Do we really think that we should be knowing this? Right? So back then in my times in network marketing, I was coming across certain ingredients. For example, I was in a wellness company, and the ingredients that I was talking about, I would get asked questions, and I wouldn't want to send messages because I thought someone is going to ask me, what is this ingredient? And I had some insecurities around the meaning, and why would I know? And how can I say that it's good when in fact I don't really know, right? There's a lot, and I know there's a lot of you, there's a lot of people that are having those insecurities, especially when you're with the health and wellness company, because your experience may not be what other people's experiences are. But I'm going to tell you something. All you need to know is where to find that information, because it is not your job to be the expert. Your job is to be the guide. Okay. So if somebody is struggling with X, Y, and Z, meaning maybe somebody is struggling with gut issues, okay, your job is not to be the expert on IBS or gut issues. Your job is to say, hey, I hear what you've got going on, mirroring that back. Let me see if I can find somebody that has either dealt with the very same thing, okay, that could possibly give some insights on it or some guidance on that, or let me show you some information, and then you make that information, that decision, whether or not you think that might be a good fit for you. Okay. See, sometimes we put this big pressure on us that we say we have to be the convincing and manipulating person that sells the stuff, when in fact all you need to do is you need to put information in front of somebody else and let them make the decision. And the way how you are creating a sale is by pre-qualifying whether or not somebody A has a problem, B needs and wants a solution, because that's a big difference, right? We have so much fear around rejection when in fact we've never really paid attention to whether or not that person even wants a solution. We never ask, are you open to hearing information about this? Are you open to receiving a testimony? No, we just spam everybody. We just send it over there because we are thinking not about them, we're thinking about ourselves. And that is where we should do more thinking on. How do we pre-qualify certain people? How do we work on our systems to find the people that are actually needing our help? And then when we make a post, we should just go ahead and just post it, because we release the expectation that everybody needs to like what we post, but rather think about it that we are putting it out there so that they can make the decision on their own. Okay. There's a different spin to it when you really think about it. Drop in the comments real quick what your thoughts are on that. I would love to hear if that made sense. So another thing is that I want to talk about today is post it messy and fix it later. Okay. We have this expectation that we have to be perfect when we first start. We have this expectation that we just need to get it all right. The coloring needs to be right, and the branding has to be right. And right for who, you guys? And also, things evolve, and they should be evolving, because you start with something and then you level up, right? It's kind of like these stair systems. It's you start something, you try it on for size, you work with it for a little bit, and then you ideally should level up, right? In whatever ever it is that you're doing, you should be leveling up all the time. So it's okay to make the mistakes, because when you make the mistakes, you get to also level up and see your progression. Now, what happens when you progress, when you progress, you show other people the path. And isn't that what we are supposed to do? So I have no expectation with this software that I'm using now that I'm going to be perfect, right? It's so funny. I love this plane. Oh, wait, hang on. I can also try this one. Yes. So, we don't need to be perfect on this thing. We just need to go out and have fun and play with that. And that is exactly what we need to do when we play around with social media. Seriously, do you really want to hang with people that are thinking you are nonsense? Absolutely not, right? I like to be helping those people that want to be helped by the experience that I have. Leave whatever someone else is better at, leave to them, right? Be clear on who you can help and then go after that, help them. And the person that you can help is probably the person that is maybe 6 months behind you, a few steps behind you. Like, figure out where you are right now. What is your level of expertise? What do you know about the product that you want to sell? What makes you feel well in helping those people? And what's your style? Really, what is your style? Once you have your style, you're going to be able to use that, and that makes attraction so much easier. Now, why do we need to attract people? A lot of people think that when we attract people, we just get to post and sit. But that's not really what it is. That's not what attraction is, because that just doesn't happen. So if you post and pray, you will never make any sales. Okay. So we have to post, and then we have to do some action and actually talk to the people. So the more honest, the more authentic you can be, the better and easier these conversations will flow. Because see, here's the thing. You're probably overthinking the post because you have insecurities around what it is that you're doing. Insecurities, right? What do you think these conversations are going to be like if you have insecurities about what you're doing? These conversations are not going to be good. So you've just got to get out there and practice and practice and practice and put in the skills. And that's how you're going to get better at it. That is how you're going to be able to do the things. So clarity comes from expression, not control. So that means you need to have clarity about why you're there, what are you wanting to do, who you're talking to, and then you are just going to get out there. You cannot control that. You cannot control the outcome. You have to release the outcome. The other people are going to decide. Do they like you? Do they not like you? Do they like your content? Do they not like your content? Do they want to tune in to what you have to say? They get to decide that. You don't get to decide that. See, and once you understand that you control what you can control, meaning how you feel and what you're thinking about it, and you release the outcome, meaning what they are going to do about it, then you get to have some fun, like, oh, I did it wrong this time. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do make myself feel better. So funny. Anyway, that is what you do. You just go out there and have fun. And once you go out there and have fun, eventually you're attracting the people that are honest and that are true and that want to do business with you. You set yourself apart, and that is where you're going to build your brand. Okay, I hope this was helpful today. Let me know your takeaways in the comments. If you are watching this on a replay, please comment replay and ask me any questions. Okay, I am here to make content for you so you can start earning your $500 to $1,000 a month. And, because that is what we need. We need some resources so we can walk it free, right? Whatever it is, if you're working on your finances, your retirement, your children's curriculums, whatever your why is, why you are in this online space, you need to have the $500 to $1,000, and holding yourself back will not get you there. It won't help you. And overthinking every post will not get you there. So Got to get in there, got to walk it free and get into action.